Good afternoon. So today we are going to learn about the batteries. In the batteries, we are going to learn about the C rating of an battery. What is meant by an C rating of an battery? The name itself is saying that C rating is nothing but current rating. C rating is nothing but current rating. So current rating may be for charging or current rating may be for discharging. So the battery may charge at a peculiar amount of current. The battery may discharge at a peculiar amount of current. For example, if you take an 10 Ah battery, what is the rating of our battery? 10 Ah. This battery can be charged with 10 ampere and a time of how many hours? 1 hour. So by taking 1 hour, by injecting a current of 1 ampere, it can make the battery full. And similarly, this is one way. And similarly, while you are discharging, it can deliver 1 ampere and it can discharge for a time of how many hours also? 10 hours also. It depends upon how you make use of this. Okay, so this you can use for charging, this you can use for discharging. While charging, we'll try to do with how much amount of current? Higher magnitude of current. While you are discharging, we'll try to discharge with lesser magnitude of current, but it will give more backup. Okay, so that is how it is called the C rating. So as per the requirement, this is called as the C rating, that will be specified by the manufacturer. Okay, when you buy an battery, you will say that the C rating of a battery is C20 batteries. What generally we use is nothing but C20 batteries, and especially for solar we use C10 batteries. Okay, I will try to understand what is this. 20 is nothing but hours, 10 is nothing but hours. So C20 batteries can give an backup for how many hours? 20 hours. C10 batteries can give continuous discharge of how many hours? 10 hours. This is what the importance. Okay. Now we have to understand what is that C rating of a battery. C rating is nothing but also called as current rating. Current rating is expressed in terms of what? Amperes. Okay. How to write down the current rating is, it is defined as a ratio of capacity of an battery. So what is the capacity of a battery, or what is the rating of a battery? So rating of a battery is already ampere hour. Already we discussed the rating of a battery is ampere hour. So here in the numerator I require ampere. So with what I have to divide now? I have to divide with time, or they have to divide with hour. So where the time is called as the number of hours for charging the battery, or the number of hours for discharging the battery. So the time we are going to write down in hour. So from this formula, hour will get cancelled out, and the resultant will be what? Amperes, where that ampere is called as current rating of a battery. Under which condition? Charging condition. The current rating of a battery under which condition? Discharging condition. Okay, so this is called the C rating of an battery. So in order to understand it well, let's try to do an problem such a way that the topic will be cleared. The problem given is the battery capacity is how much? 100 Ah battery is given to us, and determine the C rating of the battery for a time interval of t equal to 1 hour, t equal to 2 hours, t equal to 5 hours, t equal to 10 hours, t equal to 100 hours. For the different time intervals, what you have to identify? The C rating of the battery or the current rating of the battery. So how to write down? So what is the capacity of the battery given to us? So the first problem is, the capacity given to the battery is how much? 100 Ah. Okay, so what is the time duration given? Where number of hours is equal to how many hours? 1 hour. Okay, so second one, the same battery, 100 Ah battery is discharged for an time of how many hours? 2 hours. Okay, so third bit, what is the capacity of the battery? 100 Ah battery is discharged for a time of how many hours? 5 hours. Okay, so fourth one, and 100 Ah battery is discharged for a time of 10 hours. Next one, an 100 Ah battery is discharged for a time of 100 hours. So for these 5 different time intervals, we want to identify what? The C rating of the battery. So let's try to identify the current rating of a battery. How to identify the current rating of a battery? The current rating of a battery is nothing but what? Ampere hour rated divided by hour. So hour will get cancelled out. Then automatically you are going to get C rate or current required. So what is the Ah capacity of the battery given in the problem? 100 Ah. So 100 Ah divided by H. What is the H given? 1. So now what is the amount of current? 100 amperes. This 100 amperes I am going to call the C rating as C. This 100 ampere current I am going to call. So that is the current is called as what? Current means what? C rating. So now what is the C rating? It is 100. That's 100 I am going to call it as C. Next one, coming to here, what is the current required? Current requirement can be written as what? So what is the capacity of the battery? 100 Ah divided by, what is the time given? 2 hours. Okay, so 2 hours. 2 will, I mean hours will get cancelled. 100 by 2 is how much? 50 amperes. If it is 100, we are calling it the C rating as C. If it is 50, and then what is the C rating called as? C by 2. Now what is the C rating of this battery? C by 2, then it can deliver a current of how many amperes? 50 amperes. So coming to the third problem. So what is the capacity of the battery? 100 Ah, and what is the charging or discharging hours given? 5 hours. So hours will get cancelled. 5 ones are this how much? 20 amperes. So C is 100. How 20 can be written as? C by 5. So 100 by 5 is how much? 20. So if it is a 20 amperes current it is delivering, therefore the battery they are going to call it as C by 5 rated. Coming to the next one, here the battery capacity is 100 Ah divided by, what is the number of time for charging or discharging? 10 hours. Okay, so hours will cancel, 10 ones are. So now how much, what is the current required for us to charge or discharge? 10 amperes. This 10 amperes, actually 100 amperes we are calling as C. Then how to call as 10 amperes? C by 10. Then what is the rating of this battery? C by 10. So last problem. So what is the current required? 100 Ah divided by how many hours the battery is taking to charge? 100 hours. Okay, so 100 hours. Hours will get cancelled. And what is the amount of current taken by the battery? What is the current taken by the battery? 1 hour. 1 ampere. How to write down this 1 ampere? 100 is called C. How to write down 1 ampere? C by 100. Okay, so these are the different C ratings of a battery. Okay, let's try to see the problem. What is the capacity of the battery? 100 Ah battery. For 100 Ah battery for a time of 1 hour, what is the rating of the battery? C rated. So if it is discharged for 2 hours, what is the C rating of a battery? C by 2. If it is discharged for 5 hours, what is the C rating of a battery? C by 5. If it is discharged for 10 hours, what is the C rating of a battery? C by 10. So if it discharged for 10 hours, what is the C rating of a battery? C by 100. Okay, so C rating are defined like this. So what is asked is obtain the C rating. C rating is indirectly what? Current rating. Okay, all these are what? Current rating. 100 amperes you are writing as C rated. 50 amperes you are writing it as C by 2 rated. 20 amperes you are writing it as C by 5 rated. 10 amperes you are writing as C by 10 rated. 1 ampere you are writing as C by 100 rated. Okay, so that's how we are writing. So here these are in denominator, but sometimes it may be given in numerator. Okay, so C20 means C is nothing but what? Current. 20 is nothing but what? Hours. Okay, so now A into H is equal to how much? Ampere hour. Okay, so for example, if it is a 100 Ah battery, how many amperes of current it require? 5 amperes of current it require, and for how much time it is going to charge? 20 hours to generate a capacity of 100 Ah. So that is called C20 batteries. So these are the batteries generally what we use at your house. Next battery is C10 batteries. So what is C10 batteries means? This is nothing but the current rating of the battery multiplied with so 10 means how much? 10 hours. Okay, if a battery is of 100 Ah, then what is the C rating? So C rating will be how many amperes? 10 amperes. It can deliver 10 hours of backup with a current of how much? 10 amperes. The battery capacity is 10 Ah. So the product of C into hour is nothing but what? The rating of a battery. Okay, so this C20 or C10 that will be specified by whom? The manufacturer. Okay, generally if you go to the market, you can directly ask power batteries. Power batteries are C20 batteries. They will give a backup of how many hours? 20 hours. There is a time taken by the battery to charge is 20 hours. The time taken by the battery to discharge is also 20 hours. What is C10 batteries? These batteries are generally called technically as solar batteries. If you go and ask an showroom manufacturer, I want C10 batteries, you don't understand. But ask them as what? Solar batteries. If you ask a technical person what is an solar battery, he will say it as C10 batteries. What is C10 means? It can discharge or it can charge for how many hours? 10 hours. So solar energy is generally available for 8 hours. On our average, you will take in summer also 10 hours. So the solar battery can be charged for how many hours? 10 hours. Automatically the backup also they will give for how many hours? 10 hours. That's how what he is representing 10. So this is all about the concept called as the C rating of an battery. Okay, C rating means, what is meant by C rating? Current rating. Current rating means rating of a battery divided by the number of hours of charging or discharging is called as the C rating. C rating is which rating? Current rating. So the units of C rating will be in terms of what? Amperes only. Okay, so you can see all these units are in what? Amperes. That we have written C by 2, C by 5, C by 10 and C by 100. So those are called as the current ratings of an battery. Okay, so this is about one parameter of a battery while we are discussing. Now we will try to discuss about ampere hour efficiency and watt hour efficiency of an battery.